Are you there?
I'm here.
Turn your phone sideways, boss.
You don't like looking at my window or what?
I do. I just want the full. I want the full Clint Metting, the full thing.
Yeah.
So. How are you, buddy?
Dark.
That's okay. That's okay. People don't need to see you. So.
That's right.
Well, welcome everybody. I got the Clint Metting with me. We're talking about the Nordheim Mayfeast Shootout coming up May 19th and 20th, and we're pumped. Could be a great truck and tractor pull featuring Texas Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. And what I love about your event is the good food, Clint. It's got amazing food. So how are preparations coming? What year is this? Let's talk history.
We started in 2009, so do the math. I don't know, what is it? It's been longer than I thought. Yeah, I added it up.
14 years.
About 14, 15 years.
Connor, do you remember the first one?
2009.
Was that Connor or is that Lynette? Who's talking with you?
That's me. That's Clint.
Oh, I thought somebody else was sitting next to you. So
that's Connor.
That's what I thought. Connor, do you remember the first one?
2009.
No, do you remember it, you ding dong? Listen to me. So.
I remember it vividly. Yeah.
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. We actually started out, we used the HWH sled, which is a full-fledged antique sled now. We actually pulled the opposite direction away from the hall, which probably would make as good or better track, but I just decided that pulling toward the hall keeps everybody, stands usually are fairly full, but it keeps everybody down around where the beer and refreshments are at, and that tends to help, keep stuff flowing, keep people spending a little money.
Has there been one year that's been bigger than others? Has it been just kind of gradually growing? What have you seen over the years?
If I remember right, 2014 was probably one of the biggest ones until y'all kind of got on board with us, and they've been growing ever since.
Good.
Seems like 14 was right around when the Eagleford was kind of in full bloom, and we did really well there. But we've had some that's been real close, and we might have even surpassed that since then. So we do good. We've had quite a few sponsors on board that are pretty much good in, year out. We get a few new ones on board every year, lose one or two and pick up 2 or 3 or 4 more. So they help us, and we get their advertisement out there. And so it's, if they kind of like motorsports, they're always all about donating some money and then also advertising their business, and kind of a win-win deal for everybody.
Yep, I like it. Again, talking with Clint Metting and Connor Metting, promoters of the Nordheim Mayfeast Shootout Truck and Tractor Pull, and the entire Metting family is involved with the entire event. It's also a chili cook-off as well and a barbecue cook-off. I'm from Wisconsin. I'm probably not using the correct terms, but I'm just looking at the poster over here. Pit pass is $20. A 2-day pass is $25. We're talking strictly about the truck and tractor pull right now. A 2-day pit pass is $30. The Nordheim Mayfeast Shootout Club. We're live on Beer Money right now. We're live on YouTube, and we're live on the Nordheim Mayfeast Shootout page as well. But if you have any questions, get a hold of Clint. Okay, he answers his phone. He's easy to talk to. I know, like, can I bring this? Can I bring this? Are you going to do anything? I know we're not coming down, and I'm sorry, the Pullers Championship. I still want to be your friend. You know that, right? So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Are you still going to do something in the afternoon? I've had a couple people reach out to me. Saturday afternoon?
We are going to take on a few select antiques, hopefully have a few farm stock tractors, and Dan Valance asked me about a buddy of his that's got a truck he wants to do a little testing and tuning on, so might have a few pickups.
Good.
If we want to bring something, we'll try to put a class together and let some people have some time to pull.
I think that's important. If you have a little bit of time to do that, Clint. So
right. Hopefully the weather's going to work with us. It's been extremely wet, but we're, that ground up there recovers pretty quick. We're we're hoping we get through the weekend. I know there's some rain in the forecast, pretty heavy for Saturday and Sunday, but if that stuff can clear out, we've got 3 to 4 days next week, we should be able to get everything dried up, get the track worked up, and it actually should turn out to be a really, really good event.
Well, it's a good track. I've seen it myself. I pulled on it myself, and it's a good time going down there. And Nordheim's not a big town, but it's fun seeing those bleachers full of screaming Poland fans Friday night and Saturday night. I really enjoy that coming down there. So
yeah, I've had a fair amount of people call already asking, and everybody that calls, they're really pumped up about it. So, like we've talked in the past, as long as we've done this, we run into people all the time that don't even know that it's ever went on. And it's not like we've done it a year or two. It's been since 2009. So with y'all, and we do the billboards and a few posters that we hand out. We try to do as many of them as we can. But as you all know, that's a lot of places limit on where you can put those. And so we do several different style of posters. And then the billboards have really seemed to do good. And a few radio ads, and then with beer money. And that seems to be our best avenue to get the word out.
Well, social media is important, as you know, but so is like all of your your local advertising too. I know the billboards have done well for you, and that's been really important for everybody to do all that. So
right. We also, I think I've got 8 or 10 big. They're probably 5 by 12 or something like that. I've got some big banners that we've made over the years. So we set them up in some strategic intersections, and they're in about 3 or 4 different counties. We set them up in some good places where there's high traffic, and I think they play a part as well. So we try to do everything we can, and word of mouth, and y'all advertising on the internet nowadays is a big deal.
it does help a lot. It does help a lot. So what happened with the bullfrog last weekend in Columbus?
We busted the rear end case.
Okay.
Yep. So unless a miracle happens, and if Larry Peterson's listening and he can work us a miracle, it could be there. But I talked to him yesterday, and he's got a case, but his machine shop is backlogged, and he acted like middle of next week would be the earliest they could get something knocked out. So that doesn't leave much time for shipping. So I'm not really sure if it's going to be there, but we're really going to try. We revamped that whole tractor, and we put a lot of effort in it. It's got a brand new Joe Bush engine in it, and we're excited to see it go down the track. But Columbus has been kind of jinxed for us. We put the new profab setup in it I think it was an 18.
Okay.
We didn't put first year I ran the pro stock. We didn't run it that year, and then we kind of revamped it. Thought we were going bigger and better, and went with the profab and everything new and better. And we shucked the same thing happened to it at Columbus back in 18.
Okay.
And redid it. Larry got me a case out, and hell, we had it back and ready to go for May Feast of 18. And but I don't know that we're going to be able to pull that magic off this year. We're going to try. We know how it goes together in our state. So if we've got any chance, it'll be there. But we hope to have one of the pro stocks there. So if nothing else, try to run one of those each night at the end of the show.
Gotcha. That's always been cool too. So here we go. John Lynch says this is an awesome poll. Clint puts on an awesome show. Thank you, John. Brandon Gillen says mod class. Do you want any 3-engine mods like Oso Negro to come over?
Oh, we might could use one if he wanted to come and make a run. I just need to get with him, and anything above and beyond what it normally costs has to come out of my pocket. So that's one of the reasons I guess I've never added the whole mod class, because I'd have to foot the bill.
That's a Texas class.
But I know it's a Texas class, but
not the big mod class, I don't think.
Well, they are in our rules to where they can be added under the insurance.
Okay.
as an exhibition class.
Gotcha.
And they might. Well, I take that back. I think they can actually be added as an actual class. It's promoter's choice.
Okay. Well, Brandon, do you have Clint Metting's phone number? I think you guys should connect and see what work something out, because I think the crowd would love it. So Colin Burkholz, do you guys know Burkholz says they got that light pro stock, that beautiful. I always call it the 1465. That's an inside joke, but they're from Wisconsin. It says Clint looks like an anonymous person being interviewed on Dateline.
Yeah. Running an inside, trying to catch my wife behind the scenes.
Yep, like she's in there. She's in there eating my food.
Yeah.
Matt George says looking forward to it. Had fun last time out. Great, Matt. That's awesome to hear. That is awesome to hear. If you're coming to Nordheim, Texas, let us know. If you've never been to Nordheim, Texas, and you're going your first year, that would be great as well. I'm showing some video that I have on YouTube. Oh, this is 2 years ago. I think I had my Schaefer's buddy with me. What did we call him? You called him Wild Man, didn't you, Metting? So
yeah.
Can you hear me?
Tell you what, that dude.
Clint's breaking up on us a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on, everybody. I'll give his Wi-Fi a chance to catch up here. We're watching some of the Hot Farm class right now. This is Popeye. Clint, are you back? I'm going to kick Clint off and let him come back on. Again, we're talking about Nordheim, Texas, everybody. Texas Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. And if you watched BeerMoneyPulling.tv last weekend, we were down there in Columbus, Texas. And then Clint Metting, of course, has the Bulletproof Buck. Connor has the Bull Wagon. Then they got the Bullfrog that Conley's going to be driving as well. And this is their hometown pull coming up next weekend, May 19th and 20th. Doug and I have always gone down there with Beer Money Pulling Team. The Mettings are good friends of ours, but with the Pullers Championship falling on the same weekend, we're going to be heading down to Nashville, Illinois. But we still need to promote Clint's pull, because Texas and Illinois, they're not going to steal crowds from one another, so it's going to be okay. Matt George is saying, on the night of the cook-off, our cook starting the night of the 19th. Yeah, they usually start cooking, I think, on Friday during the day. I'll ask Clint as he jumps back on. Clint, can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you, man.
Okay.
You're back.
Go ahead, buddy.
I said we're back.
Okay, good. Matt George says, on the cook-off, are cooks starting the night of the 19th? They start cooking Friday night?
They can if they want to.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Buck Heinman, the Schaefer Oil dude, put some beer away like all day. Yes, he did.
For like 2 days straight.
Yeah, he's a Brian Camparty. So
He had like a backpack.
yeah, he's a professional. That's the trip. We drove down there in his Blazer, and I dropped my phone on the outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma, on the interstate, videoing a cool semi truck. So yeah, I got a lot of good Nordheim memory stories. It's a good time. So.
We had a good time. Been good fun every time y'all come down.
It's going to be fun whether we're there or not. I think your fans really, really enjoy it, and they've been growing with it every year. It's been fun. So
that's sure. That's for sure.
Is Lynette getting stressed out yet with all the cook-off stuff, or is she doing okay?
She's stressing.
Yep.
She gets a little stressful, but we've done that cook-off for, man, I don't even know. I didn't realize the pull had been going that long. That tells you how time flies. But we were doing the cook-off before we got married. So
okay.
Yeah, man, we've been a part of that deal up there for a long time. It's all for a good cause. It's for the shooting club, the early 1900s dance hall. There's only a handful of them left around, and so there's a group of us on the board of directors, and the pool is basically our, we do multiple things through the year, weddings. We don't have an air-conditioned venue. What we do, our dining hall is air-conditioned, and we've updated a lot of stuff there, but the dance hall itself is not. So summertime and dead of winter, it's kind of cold, but we do a lot of events throughout the year that help pay the bills. But the tractor pull has been our main source of income. since we've been doing it, and we do fairly well. And it's let us do some major kitchen renovations. It's put a new roof on uh, the whole hall and dining hall, and we built all of the bleachers, and we've done all of the work up there and paid for it with money from the shooting club. So, or from the tractor pull rather. But it's been a good deal for the Nordheim Shooting
Yep.
Club.
That's awesome. And that round dance hall is so cool. And then to have the band always on Saturday night, that's pretty neat to see everybody in there enjoying it. So.
Oh yeah. No, we have a good time. Yeah, we've got Nathan lined up again to play Saturday night from 9 to 1, and then Sunday is our that's the actual barbecue feast that they cook pork steaks, and then they've got all the trimmings that go with it that the ladies make, and you can dine in or we serve to go plates. So you talk about good. You'll have to come up sometime and actually stay Sunday for that.
Yeah, I know. We've always said that every year, and I never get a chance to do that. But it'd be nice to just come down and relax. We always get down there and it's just go, go, go right away. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's kind of hectic, but when it's all said and done and we have a good event, it feels like it's really worth it. So a good feeling.
Sharon Caraway says, our whole family loves this poll, and we usually bring friends too. Our daughter graduates from college in San Antonio on Saturday morning, but you can bet we'll be there for the poll that evening. That's perfect, Sharon. That's what we like to hear.
That's good.
That's what we like to hear. And that's why we do these live videos and do the promoting. If you're seeing, we've been posting pictures and videos every day all over social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. But we're counting on you, the people that love truck and tractor pulling, maybe live in Texas or going to this poll, to like, to comment, to share, to let other people know about it. That's how social media works, to get the word out there about all that stuff. So
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then let's see here.
Everything's shaping up. I think we've got, there's always a lot of work to do this next week. I am hoping we'll get some dry weather. Love the rain we've been getting. Normally we're dry.
Yep.
That's one thing about our facility is it's kind of on a hill there, and it dries quick. And if we can get the haulers all in, I can make the track work. I can work magic on the track. So
yeah, you got the equipment to make it happen there, Metting. It'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So again, and then Texas, I think it's a Texas Mini Tractor Puller Association's pull at 10 a.m. on Saturday as well. And that's always fun to see the kids out there, Clint.
Yeah, that's the TMTPA. Yes, they're always a big or Saturday with their show. They run 2 sessions starting at 10, and then they're usually through a little after lunch. So that just kind of gives us some stuff going on, and then they get done, and we'll run some of our farm stock stuff and pickups, tractors, whatever shows up. We're gonna hook you, and then we'll leave us an hour or two to get the track reworked, and we'll be ready for 7:00 or 6:30 on Saturday night.
I like it. Hey, Sarah, can you come here?
No.
What?
Because I'm ready for bed.
You're ready for bed? I want you to talk to Clint.
No.
So
No. Sorry. Nothing personal.
nothing personal. Well.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Oh goodness, life is good. Yeah, it was fun to see you guys trying down there in Columbus the other night. I was really hoping for Bullfrog. I know he'd put a bunch of time and mucho dinero into the motor on that new motor on there, and it sure sounded good, but just could not within a second. Boom. So sorry, Connor. I saw the frustration on your face. So
I thought we had the clutch wasn't quite adjusted right, but it was clutch. I don't know. I know Larry's been making improvements on doing this. There's a ton of them running out there.
Yep.
And it's a first class setup, but they're doing a little something different now that wasn't done on this one that supports that area and that we'll have it fixed 300% after this.
Dustin Raiola says, didn't make it last year, but we'll be there this year.
Good.
Nice to meet you, Dustin. Tell all your friends, Dustin, and your family. John Lynch, he has the hard times two-wheel drive truck, right? That's John, right?
John Lynch, yes.
Yep. He says, no matter how much it rains, Clint will make it happen. Been there years when it rains. 4 inches night before, he makes it happen. That's awesome. So
we pushed about 1,500, 2,000 yards of dirt off of that. Well, that's probably exaggeration. I bet it was 1,000, 1,200 though. We pushed a foot of material off of that whole track. Whatever the yardage was, it was a pile from hell on the one end.
yep.
Some good material, and you talk about a hooking son of a gun that night.
That's awesome.
So,
That's awesome. Some of my favorite memories are watching your boys pull. I got to see Conley drive for the first time the Bullfrog, and got to see Connor drive the first time down there. It's been a lot of fun watching the boys drive the tractors. And then, obviously, I was there in Wisner when Conley got to drive Bulletproof Buck this summer. That was a lot of fun as well. Connor, you and your dad have pulled all over the country, Louisville at the highest level. What's it like to pull at home? I mean, what does that mean to you?
The statement of your hometown pull is the hardest to win is the most God's truth I've ever heard.
I love it.
break stuff at the hometown pull.
We don't want that to happen at all. We don't want that to happen at all.
Oh, no, but Conley's the Big 16 today.
Yeah, I knew they announced. Runyon announced that at the Columbus Bowl. I was home watching the live stream, watching Mackenzie and Chandler and Ron and Doug and Kaya put on the live stream. That was our first live stream, so I was home watching, and I was not able to go down because of work, and my daughter had some stuff going on. So, but he mentioned over the live stream that Conley is going to be 16 and within a week, so that's pretty exciting. So,
yep, he'll be ready to go. So maybe we'll just bypass Bullfrog if it's still broken. We'll just put him on a full blown pro and see if he can hang on.
he did a good job at Wisner, that's for sure. So
he's going to have a few more ponies under his ass on this one.
yeah, there's a little bit difference.
I'm anxious.
Speaking of the big pros, what's up for you and Connor next? What are the big pros going to be at next for you guys?
We're hoping to maybe make Farley. I don't know.
Okay.
So I don't know. Connor's is basically ready. We think we got a little pinhole in the intercooler, maybe just a faulty core. He was pushing water out of one of the ice boxes, and that really hurt him at Louisville. But got the cooler off. Been talking back and forth with Justin Wagler, and we're going to submerge it tomorrow in some water and see if we can pinpoint a pinhole.
Yep.
That he'd get me a core coming. And so it just basically needs the cooler put back in it and the sheet metal back on it. Mine is at the doctor. We wounded it a little bit at Louisville, so waiting to hopefully get it back. He told me he'd have it back in plenty time to be ready for Farley. So I don't know what plenty time is. I think plenty time is about a week.
I think it's like 24 hours, Clint, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to remind people that it takes you 24 hours just to get out of Texas. So you got to give them a heads up on that, Clint. So.
Exactly. So we're kind of excited to do that. We're still planning on, we're going to rework some sheet metal on both of them because running at that level, you've got to be able to get the hoods raised up, do your maintenance. And we've lacked that from the beginning. You know, we're going to get the hoods to tilt or be really, really easy to get off to where we can do maintenance.
Yep.
And we're on the list with the sheet metal guy, and as soon as he calls, whichever one he wants is going to go and try to make enough hooks this summer where maybe we can qualify to go to Louisville again if we get invited. And but that's kind of our plan, is to get some sheet metal reworked and paint jobs done, and the rest of them we might have to back off of that Grandview Gangster tune just a little bit, but we got to get the feel for them. So they're definitely a different deal, but we're looking forward to getting our feet wet with it and seeing how we can handle it.
Well, I think things went pretty darn good at Louisville this year. I don't think you should have too much to complain about there at all. Making the finals and winning your qualifying session. So
Yeah, and it was a bad mistake on our part. I don't know how many people know, but the motor didn't let me down. It was hurt, but it had another solid pass in it, and it was on a run. But we worked on that thing all day Friday, and just had to check everything. We had some metal in the screen. We knew we had a piston that was giving up on us, but was very confident that it had a run in it. And Conley and I put that 8-inch elbow on under the hood because we don't have super good accessible sheet metal. So the sheet metal's got to be on, and then we hang that elbow underneath. And we didn't get something quite lined up. And then when we hung that obviously the big indoor tube on it, we had everything in place, thought it looked really good, had a support arm under it, good to go. And within the first 20, 30 feet, however long it took, that elbow came loose and basically just smothered itself with exhaust. So
yeah.
It was on a run. I would have loved to have seen how it would play out, but there's always next year. So
There's always next year. Well, I mean, to make the finals, you know how big of a deal that is. Connor, did you get 6 in your qualifier, if I remember correctly?
Yes, I was about 4 feet out of third.
That's what I thought. It was tight. Well, that's how it is. I mean, you're pulling against the best of the best. So
yeah. And we got to still we're going to move the ice tank and stuff up front and get his set up just like the 830 is. And so that's on the to-do list this summer as well. Hopefully Josh Miley can work us in and get that one knocked out. We got a lot of good people on our side that are willing to always help. So makes us feel pretty honored that those kind of people are there to help and willing to help us.
I love it. I love it. And that's, I mean, and I don't know how much time you guys spend with Don Masterson before Louisville. We all know he passed away this past week. One of the legends, the house, and he's the house that Masterson built is Freedom Hall.
Yep.
Going to be a big loss to Kevin and the family, but we know Kevin and the guys will keep the Masterson name up there, legendary. They're already off to a fantastic 2023 with, wins at Louisville and of course the Mac Trailer Winter Nationals. And
right.
For you to be linked up with those guys, that's a pretty awesome, Clint. So
it is. Mr. Don came down to the shop 2 different times. That's where I got the pictures that I'd posted on Facebook. And
yep, I saw those.
Yeah, talked to him last week on his birthday. I got to visit. That was pretty cool.
It's very cool. Very, very cool. My dog's barking at something. I apologize, everybody. So showing some of the garbage tractors and stuff that pulled during the day on Saturday. That's always fun to watch that. So
no, and I know there's you remember Chad Hahn, so they've been getting in with the boys and some garden tractors, and I just saw a sneak peek of a mini rod with a huge looked like a naturally aspirated big block Chevrolet on it. So he's got some kind of a diesel that hoping he's going to debut. So there's quite a bit more iron in that mini rod deal that I think it's going to be a heck of a show. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's fun, and it really gives kind of gives everybody a chance to compete at all levels. And if you have a stock garden tractor, bring it out Saturday for the kids or whatever. And it's fun to see them on the classes and just enjoying that out there pulling with their mom and dad. And we watched that crowd Saturday during the day, kind of just fill up, gives people during the day a little. We tried to dyno a couple years ago, and I was never able to run that guy back down, but we had a couple people dyno, and it's kind of fun just to show all that stuff. But man, that cook off. The smells going on around that place, Clint Metting, that is, it'll make a fella go crazy, if you know what I'm saying. So,
oh, it's just that smell in there with the wood burning and some diesel smoke and some alcohol in the air. That if that's not the perfect combination, I don't know what is.
yeah, I would agree with you 1,000,000%. 1,000,000% on that. So again, if you're just joining us live with Clint Metting, Connor Metting, they're not at witness protection. He just didn't pay the light bill because he can't. You either got to pay for pro stocks or you got to pay your light bill. So he decided to go the pro stock route.
Well, They cut it off today because I told them they weren't getting a check. It was going to Larry at Profab. So
And their big pull, the Nordheim Mayfeast Shootout in Nordheim, Texas, coming up not this weekend, but next weekend, May 19th and 20th. You can find information on Facebook at the Nordheim Mayfeast Shootout. Just do an interview, chatting with them. We're showing some videos of Saturday during the day, some of the little garden tractors and stuff like that right now. It was a really, really good time. Been going down. I was down there, I think, 3 or 4 years in a row. I took the tractor down the first year, and we had some fun with that. But that really opened me up, Clint, to how far you guys travel to come pulling with us. That's a commitment just to get out of Texas. So.
It is. We can actually make some time when we get out of Texas, and then Oklahoma chokes us up in a few areas. But man, once we get out of Oklahoma up into Kansas, you can roll, man.
Yep.
We go through a couple of states while we're just talking about driving.
Yeah. It takes you, 8 hours to get out of Texas? Is that right?
7.5 to 8. Yeah. That's if we don't hang up somewhere. And, that's the deal. We can drive. We're running with people, and they'll stop in Oklahoma at the casino or out at the border. And we've usually got kids that need to get back or this or that, whatever. But just because you get to the Texas border and it's 3 or 4 in the afternoon, 4 or 5, whatever, you're still looking at 8 hours of driving. So, I mean, that's just almost a day, we make it, and it's gotten to where it don't seem that bad. If we get an early start, we can be out of Texas by, I don't know, after dinner sometime. And we just kind of got used to it, That's just what we do if we want to go play.
So I understand. And it's a big commitment. We thank you for that. Russ Dostal from Nebraska says, Clint, I'm going to talk my wife into coming out to Nordheim for a pull, and we will bring the salsa along for you guys. So.
Man, that'll work. That's a deal. Russell's a good guy, man.
He is a super fan of truck and tractor pulling. He is a super fan. So here's some video I was recording at the end of the track probably 3 years ago now down there. It looks like maybe Friday night or Saturday night. I can't remember. But just trying to show you how nice of a facility it is. Plenty of seating, good track, good lighting. They got a video board for all the sponsors. It's just a great event, and want to keep filling those bleachers up. That looks like a Saturday night crowd there. That's a pretty solid grandstand from the pictures I can see. So
yeah, so a lot of good food. We cook. We do hamburgers, and we got a lot of stuff that goes with that. Tons of cold beer, soda water, Gatorades, water, you name it. We got it.
Homemade ice cream.
Homemade ice cream.
Yeah, that's perfect timing because Thomas Kimmons just said ice cream is the best. So.
Yes, it is.
Kimmons, if you got that monster truck running, bring that over there and hook it to the sled. That'd be kind of cool. So
yeah,
that'd be good for the crowd.
No,
just show up and say Clint Metting said it's okay. That's all you got to say. Clint Metting said it's okay.
Yeah. I'm the main go-to guy, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I usually get kind of wigged out sometime about Friday or Saturday, though. It'll wear on you.
Oh, yeah. It's a big commitment. So we're going to talk to Clint Connor here for a few more minutes. If you have any questions, please type them in about Nordheim, and we'll get those out there. If you have any questions, that's fine. We'll see you in Josh and Becca Runyon. Josh Runyon says good ice cream. He's checking in. That's your announcer. He'll be down there. So. So yeah, Debbie Gomez Molina says hamburgers are very good too. I think one of you guys mentioned that. So Thomas Kimmon says he got the monster truck book solid. All right.
What's that?
Thomas Kimmon says he's got the monster truck book solid this month, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Josh Redding says, I think Clint should hook his toter like Whitey did in Columbus. That was funny watching those knuckleheads do that.
Yeah. I got a winch truck that I would hook, but I believe we're going to leave the toter parked.
Yeah, that thing's kind of important, Metting. We need to see you this summer. We don't need anything bad happening there. So.
Yeah, we don't need to twist anything off under there.
Yep.
There ain't but about 7 drive lines under that thing, so I don't really want to start a change.
Yeah, let's not start testing them, if you know what I'm saying. So, yep. Well, guys, you got anything else tonight?
I think that's it. Just
Okay.
looking forward to hopefully getting a big crowd on Friday and Saturday. We do we've been doing it quite a while, and I'm sure everybody knows, but I think they do 2 or 3 surrounding schools. We hand out some free tickets for I think the like elementary and junior high kids,
Yep.
where they can come with their parents, and we give them a ticket, hoping that they'll bring them, mom and dad or both with them, and kind of an incentive for more people to come out. So anybody that wants to get on as a sponsor, we're still looking at that as well. Depending on the sponsor, I can kind of give you all the information on that. We'll trackside banner, and I think over 500 or over, you get the banner and on the digital billboard, and some free passes with that. So it's going to be a good time. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody come out.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, we'll try to do another one of these next week, Clint. I'll bug you. Keep promoting. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions or you want to help, just get a hold of Mr. Metting. If you can't find his phone number, I'm going to say BS. Just Google Metting Dozer Service, but I'll just get a hold of me and I'll get you his number as well. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, Schultz.
Thank you, bud. Later.